Would Gary Sabean come forward, please? In the magazine before you tonight, Katie Wooler's lead line in the biography of Gary Sabean reads, "Discipline and respect." And Gary will tell you that to be successful at karate, you need both. Discipline to work hard to achieve your goals, and respect for the sport, your coaches, opponents, and officials. Gary Sabean is a 4th degree black belt in karate, someone with whom you don't want to fool if you treasure your body and your safety. But karate is not the rough and tumble action sequences you see in Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan movies. The sport requires agility, talent, strength, speed, and most of all, the discipline to become as successful as this guy. Gary has won 9 Canadian championships in the under 75 kilogram division, 7 of those in a row from 1997 to 2003. In 1999, he not only claimed first place in the middleweight class, but won the open weight title as well. Internationally, Gary won gold in sparring at the 2001 World Cheeto-Roo Karate Championships in competitions with over 100 participating countries. At the same tournament in 2004, he was named the Grand Champion in forms and sparring. Those who know Gary describe him as personable, kind-hearted, and dedicated. Ellen Waterfield, a competitor herself, now in her late 50s, was manager of several Nova Scotia teams that attended nationals, and she got to know Gary up close and personal.
Visualization is huge, and the preparation, the physical preparation. So I would go to championships and I'd observe him, and Gary would be listening to music. When some other athletes who are about to compete, and I'm talking, say, within the next hour, are jumping, kicking, punching, Gary was in another place at this point. Gary knew that visualization, being relaxed, that's where he wanted to be. When he got in the ring, he knew he had all the tools. He knew he had what it took. And then it was for him to use it. Gary maintained an absolute focus when he was in the ring. He was always aware of his competitor, and I have to say in a respectful way, but it was business. He went in to do the job.
Mitchell German has known Gary as a competitor for most of the 14 years Gary has been in the sport, and he recalls seeing him as a junior.
I remember watching Gary in one of his first tournaments, and he really shined as a junior. He dominated pretty much every provincial tournament he went in, and it was kind of the unknown for both of us what the competition was like at the national and international level. But at the time when I first saw Gary, I knew he had something special. As a teenager, he was, he just had a little bit more snap in his punches, a little bit more speed in his kicks, and the movement was so fluid. And we had a feeling that he was going to make it a long ways.
I'm going to show you a clip now of Gary doing forms at a tournament, and you'll see exactly what Mitchell meant. Me, you, and Bucky are going to do that later right up here, okay? Yep. Yep. In this next video clip, you'll see Gary sparring one-on-one and making the final kick before the traditional respect of karate. That's the bow and the handshake.
Buenos Aires.
That idiot start to taunt you? Was he taunting you? What's that all about? Okay. Don't taunt the guy. Mitchell German stressed karate is as much mental as it is physical and noted Gary's mental approach made him strong in the ring. Physical toughness has to be a part of any sport accomplishment, but add that to desire to compete, and this story, it'll tell you something more about Gary Sabean. Listen to this. In 2003, when Gary was looking for his 9th national championship, he was scheduled to meet the defending world champion when Gary suffered a broken jaw a few days before the match and had to return home. He continued training and, against doctor's orders, went back to nationals where he had one of his eyelids split open during a fight. Gary opted to have his eyes sewn up ringside so that he would finish the bout without disqualification. That determination through injuries pushed him to take home his 9th Canadian title. Dave Kelly, president of Karate Nova Scotia, saw a different side of Gary Sabean, the mentoring side, the caring for younger athletes who sought to emulate him.
Series were very dedicated, and that's what made Gary a champion. But outside his own personal training time, he was always there for the kids. He always enjoyed the kids, and the kids really enjoyed him, and really looked up to Gary. Gary was an excellent athlete, but he's also an excellent ambassador for karate for the kids. Even when he was competing, he would help out training the younger kids, and he would be the mentor of all the new folks that were trying to get involved nationally. And then Gary went on to be a provincial coach in Nova Scotia, and then his work and his family life took him to Calgary, where he's now involved with the Calgary team. He's brought Alberta a long ways. I believe, when you see their athletes at nationals now, there's huge improvement there since Gary's got involved in Alberta, and now he's considered respected as one of the top assistant coaches in Canada.
One last piece of video for you. The crowning moment for any athlete receiving accolades and a gold medal. This one was one of his many Canadian titles.
And this one is one of my personal favorite wins here, so pleased to see this man win. Gary Sabean.
There he is, a countless-time national champion and our newest athlete inductee to the Nova Scotia Sport Hall of Fame, Gary Sabean. To present the certificate, Duff Montgomery, Deputy Minister of the Nova Scotia Department of Health Promotion and Protection. And the pin presentation tonight, his longtime buddy and teammate, Mitchell German. Hometown is Weymouth, Nova Scotia, and I used to work radio in Yarmouth, and we'd read your accomplishments in sports almost every morning, so it's nice to see you up close and personal. Not too close, though, for goodness sake. I'd never do this, by the way. I don't even know what that guy was.
I saw him last night.
You saw that guy last?
He's still alive.
Right, just barely, though. Quick one for you. You grow up in Weymouth, and I know the South Shore of Nova Scotia is noted a lot for hockey. They play good baseball there. How does a young guy get into karate?
When you suck at hockey and baseball.
Did you watch like a movie on TV and say that looks cool, or?
No, actually, my wife's husband and her whole family, my best friend, Harley Sonia, started, and I said, that's it, I want to do it.
Let's do that question again, because you just said your wife's husband.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure that's you.
My sister.
Just wait. We're going to go one more time. The whole thing's just going to do it again. Redo. How does a young guy get involved in karate in Weymouth?
It's a small town.
You can get divorced and still be cousins. It's fantastic. Okay.
My sister's husband and family.
Have you taken several blows to the noggin during the karate career?
Yeah.
Okay, and take it from there. Your sister's husband was big time into this, and you got the bug.
That's it, yeah. I hated it with a passion when I first joined, all the discipline and whatnot. But after the first competition, and I did terrible, but I loved the atmosphere, the feeling of meeting other styles, other competitors, and just the club atmosphere. I was hooked.
How does a guy who hates the discipline of it become one of the most disciplined athletes in this nation's history?
That's good. I don't know. I mean, when they force you to do it and when you start to love it, it's easy. When you love your sport, you can do anything. You'll do anything to achieve your goals.
What about, we spoke there about the ability to overcome injury. How much of that is mental? Because this sport is so much mental, isn't it?
It's all mental. Yeah. If you don't have the brain to support your body, you don't have anything. So if you have the mental strength, nothing can stop you.
Well, listen, we're going to let you get back to your wife, because God knows who's hitting on her. But congratulations to you, and welcome to the Hall.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Gary. Nice job, buddy. Nice seeing you, man. Okay. I've been doing this for 12 years. That was one of my favorites. That was great.